Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be playing with one of my favorite things in makeup, glitter. So I've been a big fan of this guy right here, which is the Stila Glitter Glow liquid eyeshadow. This is the full size. These are a couple of little minis I have on hand, and they've kind of developed a cult status within the beauty community. People are obsessed with these, and for good reason. They are some of the most beautiful, glittery, reflective, gorgeous things you can put on your eyes, and they're fairly easy to use compared to like back in the day when you'd need to use a loose glitter and you'd have to have some kind of glitter glue to make it stick on. It just gets all over your face, it makes a huge mess. This, because it's in a liquid eyeshadow formula, basically has almost no fallout. You just put it on wherever you want there to be glitter on your eyes, you let it dry, and bam, you're good to go. The downside to this guy is it's $24. So for a single product that you probably won't be wearing every day, it's kind of expensive. Fortunately, the drugstore has kind of exploded recently with some really great dupe options. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I've got 3 drugstore products that I think are a great alternative to this guy, as well as one other high-end product that I think is worth mentioning for specific other uses that may be difficult to achieve with this particular product. But before we get into all the glittery goodness, I do want to say hello and welcome to any of you who are new here to my channel. If it's your first time, my name is Lauren. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting beauty with me today. I upload new videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so I hope you will subscribe, stick around. All of the info on my social media platforms and all that good stuff is always in the description box of my videos. I try to also link the products I talk about, what I'm wearing for my makeup, and all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you pop that open if you want to see more information. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to play with some glittery goodness. So why don't we quickly, for comparison purposes, do a little swatcheroo of this guy right here, chat a little bit more about it, because this is kind of the whole inspiration for this video. So the Stila Glitter Glow eyeshadows are $24. They come in 15 different shades, and I will say, I have not seen any other brand offer as many shade varieties of this type of product as Stila does. Stila has released shades over multiple seasons. They didn't come out with 15 shades to start, but since this product has been so popular, they have released more and more colors. You have some neutral, some more colorful, which is awesome. So if you're really looking for more color variety and unique shades, you may only be able to find them from Stila, but you still can get some similar really beautiful glittery finishes with some of these dupe options. This shade I have here is Kitten Karma, which is one of my favorites. It's so stunning. This is kind of like a champagne, rose gold, and silver glitter mix. They do have a rose gold shade in the line. This one I think has more silver glitter particles in it than the rose gold one, but just can we see how much light this reflects? It's stunning, so glittery, so beautiful. There's a reason why people are obsessed with this formula. This particular shade doesn't have really a base pigment to it. It's mostly just a lot of really micro fine glitter. Like I said, some kind of coppery particles, but mostly silver, and so it doesn't go on sheer as far as the glitter coverage on the eyes. It goes on pretty opaque, but it doesn't have like that liquid eyeshadow kind of cream formula base. Some of the other colors, like this one here is Smoky Storm. It's a little bit darker. This one I feel like has a little more of a base to it that's got that sort of dark, kind of rich, taupey kind of color, with again more sort of silvery sparkles in it. So this one looks a little bit deeper on the eyes if you were to wear it by itself. But honestly, with this formula, I do recommend applying it as your last step. I think it looks really nice on top of powder eyeshadows just to add that last bit of like wham bam sparkle. I think because the base is kind of on the more sheer side, if you had it on a completely blank lid, it might look a little bit patchy. you may need to layer it up. I don't know, I don't typically wear it that way. I think it looks best when you're wearing it over a shadow. So let's talk about our first dupe. This one is from Milani. This is the Hypnotic Lights Eye Topper. These are available in 5 shades. They retail for $11. The biggest issue with this product is it's limited edition. It's harder to get your hands on. I happened to find this at my local Ulta store, but it seems to be sold out online at Ulta. You can still find it on the Milani website if you are interested in purchasing it, but I don't know if all of the shades are still available. This one here is called Beaming Light, and it's a really pretty sort of purpley holographic almost shade. So what I will say about this product in comparison to the Stila, this is less glittery and more shimmery. It still has a lot of reflect to it. It's very shiny on the eyes, as you can see the light beaming off of this, but it has less of that glitter sparkle in it. The particles of the shimmer are much more fine than in the Stila. So if you want like the true, almost more chunky glitter effect, you're not gonna get that as much with the Milani, but you are still going to get that reflective shine. It's kind of somewhere in between a liquid cream shadow and a glitter shadow, because it's not just metallic, it does have a little bit of that true glitter sparkle. It's just very, very fine. The other thing I noticed with these, because I did swatch them in the stores, these ones tended to be a little more on that iridescent holographic side. Many of them had a strong color shift to them that was either pink or purple or blue. The only one I didn't swatch, I think, was Luster Light, which was the more champagne one, if I'm remembering correctly. And I think that one maybe would be a little less colorful. But if you're not into the pink, purple, blue, iridescent kind of vibe, these again may not be your cup of tea. But if you like something that's got that sort of more ethereal look to it, you want something that's just a little less glitter heavy, these might be right up your alley. The next really awesome glitter dupe that I recommend are these Pixi Liquid Fairy Lights. So I do happen to have all 5 shades of these. They were sent to me from Pixi in PR. Originally I had bought 3 of the shades and then they sent the whole collection over to me, so now I've got all of them. And these are much more similar to the Stila glitters in that they are truly a traditional glitter liquid eyeshadow. They have a very similar applicator. It's got that same kind of paddle sort of shape to it that you can just really easily swipe the product on your eyes. This particular shade here is called Rose Gold. It is probably my favorite, and it's also probably the most similar to Kitten Karma here. So I'm just gonna swatch it below so we can see the difference. This one maybe is a little bit more pink. It's got a little bit more of that rose gold base. It's a little less glitter heavy, as you can see when you kind of turn these to the side. Kitten Karma really shows that silver sparkle. This rose gold, even though it does have some silver glitter particles in it, it does have almost more of a cream shadow, more of a base to it. Now these guys retail for $15, so $9 less than the Stila, which definitely saves you a pretty penny. Again, I think that these are not quite as brilliant in terms of the sparkle that they pack. This one, this gold, is called Sunray. Let me give that one a swatch here. They do have glitter, definitely, and they do have a nice sparkle. I just don't think it's packed quite as heavily into the product as it is with the Stila. You have more color base that you're seeping through, which makes them a little bit friendlier to wear on their own if you didn't want to layer them over a powder eyeshadow. I still personally, again, prefer to wear them that way. I think they are really pretty and they are quite long wearing. I don't have a lot of fallout on the eyes when I am using these. I just think they are slightly less like true glittery, packed with that sparkle than the Stilas. And then the last dupe that I have here is something that's brand new. I came across this when I was shopping on the Ulta website. and I haven't heard anybody talking about them yet, and I think they are really quite nice. These are from Flower Beauty. They are called the Warrior Glitter Shadows. These are available in 6 different shades, and they retail for $11.99. So the 3 shades I have here are Blade, which is this really pretty sort of rose gold champagne. I have Camo, which is a really cool green shade. I did not see anyone else carry a green quite like this. So this is a very unique product. And then this one here is called Bullet, and it's more of a dark sort of taupe. This one reminds me a little bit of this smoky storm kind of color, sort of a darker, deeper, great for like a night out, more dramatic type look. So these have, I think, a cool applicator. I actually think I prefer this applicator to all of the other products because it's got a teardrop shape. So it's a little bit easier to be precise, especially if you're trying to get glitter like right in to the inner corner of your eye. Sometimes with the paddle applicator, it can be a little clunky. This has like a fine tip, so you can really put the product exactly where you want it. I will say I think these have the most pigmented base of everything I've swatched here. They are really more of a cream shadow and glitter hybrid. So this is the shade Bullet swatched right here, but as you can see, it still has a really nice reflect to it. And these actually built up pretty nicely as well. Like if I put a second layer on here, it doesn't get like weirdly flaky. It doesn't like lift up on itself, which I also appreciate, but like look at that shine. So beautiful. Definitely think for $11, these are a pretty close dupe to the Stila. Again, well, a couple of things. First of all, with all these formulas, until they dry completely, you're not gonna get the full shine factor. I feel like while they're still wet, the glitter doesn't look quite as shiny because you kind of get the overall sheen of the wetness of the product. So as you can see, like once these are completely dry over here, they have their full sparkle. And even the Pixi ones down here are looking a little more glittery now that they're dried. So we'll kind of have to wait on the Warrior Glitter for it to completely dry down to know what it's gonna look like. Let me swatch this green one for you as well, this Camo, 'cause I think this is so stunning. I wore this the other day in a look I did on Instagram. If you wanna go check it out, I'll link it for you guys down below. But how stunning is that? I mean, it's really quite pigmented. I mean, it is very green, but the sparkle in it is so stunning as well. I think this one is just super unique and definitely feels like it's not drugstore. Like it feels high end for sure. So having worn these recently, again, I found the wear time on these to be pretty nice. I didn't have a lot of glitter fallout. Really with this type of product in general, if you touch your eyes, you're likely to flake the glitter off. I think that the cream shadow base does help it to stick on, but if you start rubbing at it, that glitter is going to be able to flake. So you shouldn't be touching your eyes anyway, but especially with these really glitter-packed cream shadows, keep the hands off if you don't want to end up with glitter falling all over your face. But that aside, I think these hold up really quite well. They wear and stay really glittery and vibrant for several hours. I had no issues with these. So for $11, I think these are definitely worth checking out. I have a feeling once the word gets out, these are gonna be really popular. Now, when it comes to glitter, I did have one other product I wanted to mention. It's not really the same kind of product as the Stila glitters, but I think it's worth mentioning while we're on the topic. The Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliners. These were like the OG glitter before Stila did their thing. People reached for these all the time to add glitter to their makeup looks because it's a similar type of deal where it's a gel base with a glitter in it, so you don't need to use a separate adhesive to apply glitter when you're using this. The reason I wanted to mention this is because this is a glitter eyeliner. It's not a glitter eyeshadow, so it has a really fine applicator, which I think is really nice if you want to do, like right now, one of the trends that's really popular with eyeshadow is a cut crease that you then line the edge of the crease with glitter. That would be really hard to do with one of these products unless you went in with an eyeliner brush and used that to apply the product. So this, if you're looking for something that you can do detailed work with, is really nice because this has a super fine brush to it, so you can get a really fine line. I don't even know if you could see that. Let me try over here. So this has basically no base pigment to it. It's basically like a transparent gel that's packed with glitter. So if you wanted to, you could just apply this all over the lid just to add the sparkle, and it won't really change the color so much of the shadow that's underneath because there is no base pigment to it. I just think it's worth mentioning. I mean, these are $20, so they're not cheap. They're not really like a dupe for the Stila. But if you were looking for a glitter and again, you wanted something with more precision, I think these are worth remembering. I feel like they've gotten forgotten about a little bit because of the Stila and this whole like glitter trend, but these been around for a long time. There are a lot of really cool colors available, so definitely worth keeping in mind if that's the kind of effect that you want. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope it was fun to play with all this sparkly goodness. My hand is like crazy glitter bomb right now. I'm gonna have fun washing this off later. If you guys love glitter as much as me, or you just love hearing about affordable beauty dupes, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I always really appreciate your feedback. And again, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to be kept in the loop for all of my future videos, make sure you click that button. Turn on notifications if you want to know exactly when my uploads go live, because I don't really have a set time right now when I post. It's kind of dependent on my crazy life right now. But yeah, I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. I hope this was helpful, and I'm gonna go wash up. I definitely cannot wait to take my makeup off. It's like 9 o'clock at night right now, and I just got some new Dermalogica products in I'm really excited to use, so I'm gonna go wash off this makeup, get in my pajamas, get ready for bed. But I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.